cost.
Phoenix, in this section, what are you going to teach us?
In this section, we will identify and explain cost which a small business will incur when rendering a service, producing a product, or purchasing products for reselling. Look at the pictures. Let us have a look at cost associated with rendering a service. For this explanation, let us use Lungisa Electricians as an example.
How does an electrician work out his charges?
Suppose you have just finished building an extra room in your house and you would like to wire the extra room. Here's how the electrician will charge you. First, you will pay a call-out fee of about 400 Rand. This 400 Rand call-out fee is the amount an electrician charges to come to your house. Next, you will pay labor charges. Suppose he charges 350 Rand per hour for labor or the work he does. You will also pay a materials fee. This means you will pay for the cables and plugs that the electrician has to buy for your room. An electrician must give you a quotation, which is basically an estimate of how much you are expected to pay. Let's look at the quote. Please always make sure that you receive a quotation in writing instead of a verbal estimate. This call-out fee is the amount the electrician charges for coming to your house. For working 6 hours, you will pay him 2,100 Rand. That is 350 Rand multiplied by 6 hours. Adding the three amounts will give us 3,774 Rand excluding VAT. If we work out 14% of 3,774 Rand, we will get 528 Rand and 36 cents. This amount goes to the government. Adding the two amounts will give us 4,302 Rand and 36 cents. The electrician may request half of this amount to be paid upfront as a deposit. The balance can be paid when the job is complete.
What must I look for before hiring an electrician?
Before you hire an electrician, make sure he has what we call a wireman's license, and that the electrician has real experience. If he's an amateur, your house may burn down due to electrical faults. It is good to shop around for a better price. Call about 5 electricians and get someone who charges a fair amount. In our quotation, the electrician said he will take 6 hours to complete the job. If he takes less than 6 hours, then this amount must be less. So, it's important to be around him when he's working so you know how many hours were worked. Let us have a look at cost associated with purchasing products for reselling. When you import goods from another country, you are required by the South African government to pay a tax tariff. A tax tariff is the duty imposed by a government on imported goods. Customs duty is charged on imported goods and is usually calculated as a percentage on the value of the goods. The amount and type of duty imposed on a product is determined by the value of the goods, the volume or quantity of the goods, and the tariff classification of the goods, and value added tax at a rate of 14%. Let us have a look at this example. Brandon imports toy Lamborghini cars from United States of America and resells them in South Africa. Brandon buys 100,000 toy cars from USA for $500,000. To calculate on a per unit basis or price on each car, let us divide $500,000 by 100,000 toy cars. Look at the right part. 500,000 divided by 100,000 is equal to 5. So the right part equals $5. This means it cost $5 per car. Let us now determine the profit Brandon wants to make on each sale. Brandon expects a 25% profit on the sale. Let us add 100% to this 25%. We will have 125%. Look at 125%. 125% can be written as 1,25. This is true because 125 divided by 100 is equal to 1,25. This 1,25 is the overall sales price percentage. Let us multiply the overall sales price percentage by the cost per car. 1,25 multiplied by 5 is equal to 6,25. Therefore, Brandon will sell each toy car at $6,25 to obtain a profit of 25%. If the exchange rate between South Africa and USA is $1 is equal to 9 Rand and 22 cents, how much will the toy car cost in South Africa? Look at the given exchange rate. Let us multiply both sides by 6,25. Look at the left part. 1 multiplied by 6,25 is equal to 6,25. So, we have $6,25 on the left hand side. Look at the right hand side. 9,22 multiplied by 6,25 is equal to 57,625. So, we have 57 Rand and 63 cents on the right hand side. So, Brandon will sell each toy car for 57 Rand and 63 cents in South Africa. Brandon must pay 14% VAT when he sells goods in South Africa. VAT stands for Value Added Tax. In order for Brandon to make his 25% profit on each car, he will have to add a further 14% to cover the VAT amount per car. We can simply multiply by 1,14 to add VAT. Have your calculator ready. 57,63 multiplied by 1,14 is equal to 65,6982. So, Brandon will sell the car for 65 Rand and 70 cents. This amount does not include VAT, so we call it the VAT exclusive amount. 14% of 57 Rand and 63 cents is 8 Rand and 7 cents. This VAT amount goes to the government. This amount includes 14% VAT and is called the VAT inclusive price. Brandon must pay a 40% luxury goods South African tax tariff on imported goods. If you import or bring goods from another country, you must pay the tariff.
What will happen if I don't pay the 40% tariff?
Don't take chances. You may be arrested or your imported goods may be taken away. To recover the 40% Brendan will spend, he may choose to add 40% on this selling price. Adding 40% is the same as multiplying by 1,40. Let us multiply 57 Rand and 63 cents by 1,40. Using a calculator, 57,63 multiplied by 1,40 is equal to 80,682. Finally, the toy car will cost 80 Rand and 68 cents. This means when importing goods to sell in South Africa, you will have a lot to consider. There are all sorts of tariffs that can increase your sale price of the imported goods. Let us have a look at break-even points.
What is the meaning of a break-even point?
Look at the graph. The break-even point is the point at which cost or expenses and revenue or income are equal. This is the break-even point. Look at the dot. Let us go straight to our example. It will help answer your question better. In this example, we are told that Buitumelo and her friends are planning a concert. They intend selling 160 tickets at 120 Rand each. The event committee manages to secure the services of the Landscapes Dome. The Landscapes Dome charges 3,000 Rand and then charges a further 80 Rand per person for hosting the concert. Look at the table. The formula for the expense is given by E is equal to 80 multiplied by N plus 3,000 Rand. Let us look at the first question. We want to use the formula to calculate the values of A and B in the table. Let us write down the given formula. To get the value of A, we need to put 50 in the place of N. So far we have A is equal to 80 multiplied by 50 plus 3,000. Look at the right part. Using a calculator, 80 multiplied by 50 plus 3,000 is equal to 7,000. So the value of A is 7,000 Rand.
Now let us calculate the value of B.
Let us write down the given formula again. To get the value of B, we need to put 150 in the place of N. So far we have B is equal to 80 multiplied by 150 plus 3,000. Look at the right part. Using a calculator, 80 multiplied by 150 plus 3,000 is equal to 15,000. So, the value of B is 15,000 Rand. Next, we are told that the tickets are sold at 140 Rand each. Look at the income table. We are also told that the formula for the income is I is equal to 140 multiplied by N. Let us use the formula to calculate the value of C in the table. To calculate the value of C, let us put 150 in the place of N. Look at the right part. 140 multiplied by 150 is equal to 21,000. So, the value of C is 21,000 Rand. Let us look at the next question. Let us draw a straight line graph on the same grid that represents the income against the number of tickets sold. If we draw the graphs on the same set of axes, our graphs should look like this. Look at the picture. Let us determine the number of tickets which must be sold in order to break even, meaning neither a loss nor a profit is made. Look at point P on the graph. If you look down, you see 50. So, 50 tickets must be sold to break even. Remember, at point P, the income and expenses are equal. Let us have a look at another interesting example. In this example, we are given a table that shows the number of items sold and the corresponding income for a certain period. Look at the table. The first question says, draw two graphs on a system of axes indicating the total income and units sold. Let us quickly draw a horizontal line that represents the number of items sold. Our line should look like this. Let us draw a vertical line passing through the origin and representing the total income from sales. Here is our line. Now, let the fun begin. Look at the first two rows of the table. Let us put a dot where 1 meets with 20. On the graph, 1 is down here. 20 is up here. They meet here. Look at the dot. Look at the table again. Let us look for a point where 2 and 40 meet. On the graph, 2 is here. 40 is up here. They meet here. Look at the dot. This point is called the origin. It is a point where 0 and 0 meet. In the same way, by plotting values from the table, our dots should look like this. Now, we join the dots. Your red straight line should look like this. Now, look at the first and third rows of the table. By plotting the dots and drawing a blue straight line, in the same way we just taught you, our line should look like this. This point is called the break-even point. Break-even point is where the number of units sold equals the estimated total cost. Now that you have worked with cost, let us see if you can try this activity.
The first one has been done for you.